better than gaffer. Not even electricity. Because if there's no electricity, you can still use gaffer. But if there's no gaffer, then electricity won't do anything for you.
Okay.
Action. Hi.
Hi.
And
Action.
action.
Lise Raven.
Frank Brückner. Frank has made an American film
Called?
KINDERWALD. Yeah.
Which has been written by Lise Raven.
Who made?
Lowell.
And no, a European film. We had this talking now.
Yes, okay, so we are here, we're invited, and we are really proud and really happy to be in Munich with our first feature that we created together. We both wrote KINDERWALD.
Yeah.
KINDERWALD.
KINDERWALD.
But Lise is the boss.
Well, I directed the film, and in looking at it afterwards and in looking at the Drehbuch, at the screenplay, then we realized that Frank was writing an American film and that I somehow ended up writing a European film. So what we have is a film that is both in German and in English. We live together in Philadelphia in America, and this is our first feature collaboration together, although we've made a few short films together. I'm a writer and a director, and in this case also a producer, but I don't really love writing, not when it means starting with an empty page. So when we found our idea for KINDERWALD, KINDERWALD is the second film in a trilogy called the KINDERWALD Trilogy, 3 films inspired by fairy tales about children lost in the woods. And when we found our idea for this film, for KINDERWALD, we sat down together and wrote out the outline and figured out what are the points, what happens, who are the people and what happens. And I knew very much that I wanted to work with Frank as the Hauptdarsteller, and I also wanted to work with Emily Baer, another really talented and amazing actress and very good friend who lives in Berlin. My connection to Germany, it's a kind of strange roundabout connection. My mother was born here. She left as a very young child, so I grew up with a German grandmother and a German-American mother, but I didn't have that much interest in coming here. I never learned the language, and then my first feature film, Low, was invited here in 1995 by Ulla Rapp, who was the programmer for the American Independence at that time. And it was really the best experience I had in a festival. I really felt at home here. I felt like this festival was all about filmmakers. And my relationship with Ulla and my relationship with Germany continued. Ulla recommended me for the DAAD Künstlerstipendium in Berlin, and I moved to Berlin in 2000. So not only did I have a relationship through my family history, I then began my own history with Germany. So I moved there in 2000 and tried to make a couple of films. You know, it takes a long time to make a film. It takes a village. And then in 2004...
We met at a movie theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were both invited by 2 friends of ours, 2 wonderful actresses.
Sandra Nedelev and Isabel Stoffel,
who both live or lived in Berlin at the time, and they invited us for a big screening of some movies they were in films they were starring in. And that's where we first met, actually, and I was wearing a buffalo belt buckle that caught Lisa's attraction, I think.
Yeah.
In a way.
He had this, I thought he was this 21-year-old Irish guy who was flirting with me, but he had a belt buckle with a bison, a giant belt buckle with a buffalo, a bison on it, and I was staring at it, and then I realized, of course,
she's not looking into my eyes, but
yeah.
like...
So I apologized and said, look, I'm not staring at your crotch. I'm looking at your belt. And we both started laughing. And
we never stopped, I mean, so far.
Yeah, so that was 9 years ago.